Hey fellas, this is Kirby and you are watching Kirbbq. Today I am with Johnny Young of Carolina, Smokin Johns, down here in Winston-Salem, North Kakalaki. Me and Joanne have been down here for the last few days hanging out with he and his lovely wife Pans, and we've been having a really great time. We're shooting a video today. As y'all seen the last few my competition team videos. That one introduced John, and as I always start off, how did you get started into competition barbecue?
Well, you know, I don't know, I always say I kind of eased into it because I was cooking just backyard barbecue, and I was building a few barbecue cookers for different people, things like that. And I decided one day I saw on the internet there was a barbecue competition. So I went to the barbecue competition, and it wasn't a Kansas City barbecue competition, sort of local thing. And I got a little trophy, and then I was hooked. You know, you win that get that first little call, and that's after that, you done.
That's it. That's all it takes. That one day, getting your name called that first go around.
Exactly.
You're hooked for life. You're hooked for life. You're hooked for life.
Yeah. So then I went on to compete in KCBS because I started looking to see, well, where's these barbecue competitions? And then I found out there was this Kansas City Barbecue Society, and they had barbecue competitions all around. And I think the first one that I entered was Lexington, which was close by, you know, not very far from here. So I decided to enter that competition. That was my first Kansas City Barbecue Society competition. Now I look back on it now and have to laugh because I was about a ragtag F troop looking group. Oh God, it was pitiful. It was pitiful, but we made all our turn-ins.
Okay.
We made all our turn-ins, and we finished in the middle of the pack.
Okay.
So that was good. It wasn't like I was dead last, you know, or anything. I finished in the middle of the pack, and so I still was hooked. I love the atmosphere, all that went on, and so over the years I kept, you know, over that year I kept competing, and we moved up a little bit, and I think I probably got a 14th place or something like that, and I was so excited over 14th place, you know. Hey, it was better than where I was, you know. I was down 20 something, you know, 30 something, but anyway, you know, we saw ourselves progressing, and so we continued on, and it was good when we did get in the top 10, top 5, got our, you know, first place and stuff like that. But then we were surely hooked. Yeah, we weren't hooked. They had gapped us. We were gapped. They had yanked us out of the water. We was on the boat then, so that's how we got here. So basically, I just love for cooking. Love for cooking, and just you know, trying to keep the tradition of barbecue going, you know, and just that excitement of you don't know what this meat is going to turn out to be, but you're going to use all your skills and all your tools to try to make it the best piece of meat you can do. So that's where I am, you know, with my barbecue.
So what put you over the edge to get you from the 14th place to start getting up into the top 10? What took you to that next level?
I think when I went and I took a cooking class, because in the cooking class you're going to learn the science of cooking, and you're going to learn how to put different things together, put your rubs together, your sauces together, you know, how to prepare the meat, you know, how to manage your fire, temperature control, all these things that you sort of play by ear when you're cooking in the backyard, because you're just throwing it on, and you really sort of hope for the best, you know. You say, well, I'll cook it till it looks done or is done or whatever, but you don't go through the stages and look for the finer points. What kind of meat am I cooking, you know? When I look back on it, I probably was cooking some of the meat off the hoofs rather rather than some of those good cuts, you know, because you didn't know. You know, you just went to the local grocery store and you just maybe picked up, at least I did, picked up the cheapest cut of meat you could find, you know. And it didn't, and sometimes you may have bought an expensive piece, but it was still cheap meat, you know. You didn't know the quality of meat. But after taking the class, it gave me some tools to work with. And I think that's what elevated, because I saw a difference. You know, in my next competition, I moved up. So it was something that I had learned there. So it's about just gaining experience, learning the piece of equipment, because I changed pieces of equipment. I had an old cooker that I had made, which wasn't the best, I guess, heat containing unit, you know, for competition. So I moved up, and I think my first unit was backwoods smokers, and that was, I didn't have to tend to the fire all night, you know. It gave me some...
Able to get some sleep?
Yeah, able to get some sleep and some rest. I didn't have to feed that monster every 45 minutes, an hour. Yeah. And so it turned, that backwoods turned out some quality stuff, you know.
Okay.
So now I cook on a Deep South smoker, gravity fed, which I always wanted one, you know. I guess when you first start off, you start thinking about what kind of smoker you would like to have. And I think you change over the years, because first thing I wanted was a Jambo. I saw that thing and I said, oh my God, this is beautiful. And then I thought, oh Lord, wait a minute, you got to feed this thing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I gravity fed. And so I had a friend who owned the gravity fed, and I saw his lights was out in his trailer, and I was still scuffling, you know, trying to keep fire going. So I got the Deep South. That was after I searched around and did a little product review. That's what I came up with, and I'm totally satisfied with that. Yeah.
So so you're not only a competitor, but you're also a judge. I believe that's how we first met.
Yeah.
I think it was 2013. We took our judging class in Covington.
That's right.
We met there. So how do you feel that being a judge and a cook? Do you feel being a judge and a cook benefit you?
I think it does. Not only does it benefit me in I guess helping the society in that particular area of what it does to put on a competition, but it kind of helps me understand, or maybe understand what the cook is doing. You know, you can look at a presentation that come before you, and you know that the cook has put some time in. They just didn't throw something in the box, you know. They really took some thought about what they were doing, and that, I think that separates the men from the boys. You know, the great cooks from the not so great cooks. You know, and then it helps you too. You know, to say, okay, let me raise my standard of, you know, how I present. And I guess people may look at think about what I say is maybe offbeat or what, but I took a spiritual walk with this barbecuing, and because I unite this with my faith in Jesus Christ. This animal, I don't take that lightly. This animal gave its life so that we could enjoy the sport of barbecue. Competition barbecue. This is an animal. Now, if you were that animal, you would rather live. And so I must do that animal the greatest service in presenting it that I can, because it's giving its life. You know, it's not just I grab an old chicken and I'm throwing it. No, I do the best I can. Every time I turn in a presentation for the judges to judge, I try to turn in the best that I can, because this animal gave its life And I don't take that lightly. Because my Jesus Christ gave his life. And that's a whole nother sermon I could preach on that. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that. You're in barbecue. As you know, Jeff Pavekis, he's real adamant about how he uses his faith to promote barbecue. How do you use your faith to promote barbecue and what you do?
Well, right here in my neighborhood, we moved into this area. It was a low-income area. We sold our home, moved into this neighborhood to share the love of Jesus Christ. We're not here proselytizing, but if somebody want to know about my Savior, then I'm ready to share the gospel with them. But what we do here, and because I love barbecue, so we use that as a way to show God's grace to the community. When we cook 2 or 3 times a month for the community. And what we'll do is I'll take my big grill, my big cooker out, and we'll cook up pork, we'll cook up brisket, we'll cook up ribs, you know, we cook chicken up, we fry chicken, we do the 9 yards, but we say come and be a guest at the table of the Lord. We don't believe in just feeding people hamburgers and hot dogs. No, if you're going to come and sit at the table of the Lord, you're going to eat the best that I can provide. And so we've used that as a means of sharing the grace of Jesus Christ with our neighbors in the community. And at the same time, they realize, wait a minute, he's doing something over and above. You know, he's not just giving us hot dogs. And then we have time to get in conversation. Because I think the biggest way or the best way for people to hear you is that you be a good listener to them. You know, that gives you a right to be heard. You listen to, and they come with all kinds of issues and situations going on in their life. And we find time to pray with people, share with people, invite people to know Jesus Christ. So it's been a ministry. Barbecue has been ministry for me. Yeah.
So so with the Carolina Smokin' Johns and with your ministry, who all is part of the Carolina Smokin' John team ministry? Who's some of the members of your team?
Okay, well, I got the woman that God gave me. That's my wife. I've got her. She's my right hand, my sous chef and everything. And then I've got Alan Nichols. You know Alan. Alan's a master judge. Alan cooks with me a lot. And then I have some of the other judges that need to get their judging, whatever.
Master judge certification?
Yeah, certification. They'll come cook with me. But it's usually my wife, Alan, and then my daughter, Michelle. But a lot of times it's just me and my wife, because we try to make a little vacation out of our travel when we go to the competition. That's our little getaway too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about your cook. I'm gonna turn the camera over. Then you got a deep south.
Yeah, we got a deep south cooker here. Built by Randall Bowman and his crew out of Cumming, Georgia. And we got a brisket on here right now.
Man, hold on, I'll take this off the stand just for a sec.
Yeah, we got a brisket on here, and we got a rack of ribs. Since you are judge, we're gonna cook up this rack of ribs just for you, so you can tell us how this
got a good old brisket point.
Yeah,
right
brisket
there.
point right there. So we're letting this ride on here. This has been a great cooker for me. It doesn't take a lot of maintenance so far as managing your fire on it. Once you get it cranked up, the Guru does what it needs to do on it and everything. And it'll sit right there and cook for you. And it took me, I switched over from backwoods cookers to the deep south, so I had no clue on cooking on a gravity-fed cooker. So all mine has been a lot of trial by error, and some of the guys who have had gravity-fed, they gave me some pointers and stuff like that. But even after all of that, you have to really just develop your own way of cooking, because we all cook different. And it's hot out here, guys. Yeah, we all cook different.
So we enduring the North Carolina heat today, fellas.
Yeah, it is rough out here.
All for barbecue.
All for barbecue. We giving our bodies to be burnt for barbecue. But we're waiting for our wives to get back. They went to the store to get me some things that I needed, and I think they got lost somewhere. If they don't hurry up back, I don't know, I'm going to have to do something here. I hope she'll hurry up and get back.
Okay. Well, all right, John, thank you for sharing a little bit about yourself, man, and we look forward to your cook.
Sure enough, man.
All right, God bless.
God bless you, brother.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Kirbbq. Please subscribe, share this video with your friends, let people know about Kirbbq. Thank you.
Peace out.